Hi, ever wonder what it's like to work another profession or live in the underworld? Listen to unsuspecting riders give a 10 to 15 minute personal masterclass as I spontaneously interview them as they enter my taxi. I'm your host, Simon Rushton, and this is Taxi Chronicles. Morning. Yes, we're back with another rider, another episode. Today we have a lovely lady in the car who I've just helped with some box, and she's going to tell us what it's like to be in the music industry and a bit more of what she does in greater detail. So nice to have you here today.
Hey.
So tell us, first of all, what kind of... No, we haven't got that much time. So how did you get into the industry?
So I did a degree in music and arts management in Liverpool. That's called Liverpool Institute for Performing Arts. It's like, I think it was like set up by Paul McCartney and like another guy. And they kind of made like an institute for like performing arts and like management courses and music and stuff like that. So I went to there and then, did that for 3 years and then...
Was that a degree?
Yeah, it was a degree, yeah.
And what did you do before that? A-levels?
Yeah, I did A-levels. So I went to a sixth form college in Hampshire, like near where I grew up, and I did A-levels. I did like performance studies, philosophy, English literature and politics A-levels. But always knew I kind of wanted to do music, something related to music, whether it was performing or like in another role. That's the degree I did. And then...
Did you play any instrument growing up?
Yeah, I did. The trumpet was my main instrument. And like a bit of piano, but trumpet was the main one.
What age did you get your first trumpet?
I played trumpet in my primary school, which was amazing. They had like a teacher that came into the primary school. I don't think that it was like my friend's a music teacher now, and like which is amazing as well. She does teach at school in Dagenham, but like she was saying loads of schools at don't necessarily have music lessons anymore, which is just so shit. Like, oh sorry, I don't know if I'm allowed to swear on this.
Go on.
But so I was really like lucky that I had this trumpet teacher. I think we did like group lessons with trumpet, or I don't know, and I really enjoyed it, so I just kept playing it basically.
When you think of it, music is a creative outlet and it's a big economy.
Yeah, definitely, but I feel like it's undervalued in our current you know what I mean? I don't think it's underfunded, undervalued. I find it really frustrating and upsetting to see it's not prioritised for kids at school now, and because it's kind of been my whole life has just been doing something related to music basically. What would you say that someone needs to know when they're going into your industry? There's nothing you need to know. I just think it's about having the enthusiasm, but also being okay with rejection. So it might be that, because first of all you sort of might need to just do some work experience, or it might be that I would sometimes have jobs on the side and then do the extra stuff for the music stuff, as an internship and all that kind of stuff. So sometimes it can take a bit of time to kind of get your foot fully in the door, but you just got to kind of I suppose it's about just being resilient and not that's really cliche thing to say, don't give up, but it does pay off, I think, in the end. If you just keep sort of making yourself available or kind of putting yourself out there, and don't take rejection too personally, I think is a good bit of advice. What does the future hold for you? Just carrying on running the label that I'm a part of now, and then I make music as well, so just kind of having a bit of a balance between working with other artists and running the label, but then also being able to write and make my own music and release that. And just for now I think just carrying on with music basically, and I don't know, who knows, maybe in 10 years I want to do something else completely different, but it's been good. It's been something I've been really passionate about, so yeah. What's the type of music that you do? The music I make is more kind of pop music, but quite left field, sort of electronic kind of pop music, but I've got a bit of a band format now. And the music the label that I run, we specialise more in sort of orchestral and like film scores and quite experimental electronic sort of projects, stuff like that. It's quite varied actually, but it's all quite like sort of, I suppose, all quite experimental.
Where can people find you?
God, plugging. So the label is called SA Recordings, like S for sugar, A for alpha, recordings.com. And my music, you can find me on Spotify. I'm called Zoe, like Zoee. There's another Zoe, but I think my one comes up first, which is good, on Spotify.
But you can have on Spotify, they have two people with the same names. Don't they have to have different?
Two people. Is this still recording, by the way?
It is,
yeah. I'm not sure, maybe it's...
People always ask me that, and I always forget to tell them, don't worry, it's still recording.
I was like, yeah, you can have, anyone can, I think nowadays, like, there's lots of duplicates of names, but, like, yeah, it's not really an issue. I suppose it's only an issue if both of you are, like, very high profile, and then you probably have to, like, go to court or something to, like, claim the name. I don't know, depending on who had it first.
Okay. What would you say that you've learnt that you wish you knew when you started?
Yeah, probably like that it takes time, and I think like in my early 20s I was a lot more insecure and kind of like anxious and kind of and just feeling almost like frustrated because I started in like an assistant role, and you kind of want more for yourself than that, but you kind of also have to sort of put in the hours and the graft to sort of get there. And it wasn't really until my early 30s that I felt very much more like I could make creative decisions about things. Like obviously with my own music that was always the way, but like with the working in the industry it just took a lot of time for me anyway to build confidence, I think. So I think it's just probably like just keep going, and like it will get easier and get better, and you'll know yourself more and you'll feel more. I think the older you get, you just get more confident, like in yourself, and I think that in any job, or anything, like the more like comfortable and confident you are in yourself, the easier things start to feel, I think.
You've been a great interviewee. There's many more questions I'd want to ask about in depth what it's like working with artists and things like that, but we've run out of time. So the last question, what we always ask is, what's the impact you want to have on the world?
Oh my God, that is a huge question to answer.
We should all know
just
that.
I guess a positive one, like one that's like giving and empathetic and contributing in a progressive and positive way to try and make things better. It sounds so cheesy, but like just that really, hopefully.
Okay, that's good. Well, thanks a lot for that, and we wish you well.
Cheers, thank you. I feel like my last answer was very...
We hope you liked that interview. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to get the latest daily episode. Ever considered investing in the continent with the fastest growing economy and population on Earth? The same continent that holds 30% of the world's known natural resources? Then listen to our sister podcast, Africa Investor Stories, where you will hear real investors with real stories from around the world share their experience of investing in Africa. We post Monday and Thursday at 10 a.m.